Alright guys, what I'm working on is the new CZP bombing run for cleanup. The idea is to get away from the AI die. The plane comes in, it drops a bomb and simulates killing all the buildings, all the buildings despawn. With this, if you use the dynamic bomb run that I'm working on, the plane will come in prior to anything being cleaned up, and it will do bomb runs. Currently, I have it where it drops 6 bombs at a time, but there's a loop you can create. So let's say, for example, you want it to drop 12 bombs per run. It'll loop twice. So to go through, then loop, and then it'll drop your 12 bombs. Um, but the way it works right now is the AI stay alive, the bomb run comes through. When the bomb run completes, X amount of time after the bomb run completes, the AI will clean up. And then X amount of time after the AI clean up, the buildings clean up. That's the theory. Right now I'm just working on the bomb run itself, so I'm going to demo it. C alpha is the plane that just got created. It created a test marker. Also, I have it set up where the plane will come in anywhere on the map. It will only come in, this is roughly 10, 15, or 5, 10, 15, that's every 10,000 in it. I think it's every 10. So this is a 10, 20, 30 something square foot map, something like that. I have it set up where a randomizer, it finds dead center. So let's say somewhere here is the middle. It'll find that, divide that by 2. So it'll find a small area like this. So anywhere inside this range, this plane can spawn. It spawns 500 meters off the edge of the map. It spawns in facing the opposite direction. So if it spawns in the west, it'll face east. If it spawns in the north, it'll face south, and so on. And it flies towards the mission. What it should do, um, when it gets close, you'll hear tornado sirens. I'm trying to make it where, as long as the plane is alive, it keeps on um, spawning those tornado sirens. I haven't quite got that working yet. It does spawn them. As you might be able to hear, they've spawned. It lets the player know the plane's nearby. I think it's 10k away. When it gets about 10k away, it starts popping. It'll come in. It should come in, make a pass, loop back around, make a bomb run, loop back around 5 more times. After it makes its initial bomb run, it should loop 5 times, and then it flies off to a exit location, then deletes. Then after the completion, the idea is any AI that are still alive may or may not kill the player. The player may die by the bombs all by itself. Um, the plane is in God mode. The plane is a captive, so nothing should attack it. I'm debating on making it where the plane is destructible so somebody can knock that plane out of the sky. Right now, I'm just working on the basics. I'm gonna turn on the siren or turn on the earphones just so you can hear me talk a little better. It's making its pass now. It may have put a marker here I didn't watch. I got test markers that'll pop that when I'm done it'll go away. It should make a bomb run as it comes through. I've got it set up where it will not actually drop the bombs till the plane is almost to the new marker that it just created. So there's marker 1. It's deleted its waypoint marker. When it gets about 1,500 meters away from the waypoint marker, it sets a new waypoint and starts making its way back to mission center. Right now, the way it's been working is after about the third pass, the tornado sirens stop working. I'm trying to make it where they do stop working, but they come back when the plane gets below 1,000 meters from the mission center. I have it set up where wherever the plane's headed, as it passes the town, it sets the next waypoint. So it flies out, flies over the town, flies out directly on its path south or wherever it's going, and then spins back around. And depending on the approach of the plane, this waypoint marker will move around. As this thing comes in, it should technically put a marker up here, up in this corner here somewhere based on its heading. I say right about there somewhere. We will see what it does. Close. I've also contemplated making a switch where you can, instead of having a plane fly over, it calls in artillery, and I would like to make it where you can hear the base of the artillery firing, even though there's not technically artillery on the map. Make it where you can hear it kind of redump off in the distance somewhere. So I put a delay in there. Originally, when it was working, as a plane passed over, the bombs would start hitting. The bombs are not actually dropped in plane; they're generated. But I put a delay in there to give it some sort of simulation of the bombs making their travel time from drop to ground. And unless I missed a marker, this should be its last run, or it should have one more run after this one, but I think I missed the first marker. But it does loop 6 times. Well, you can define it. You can tell it how many passes you want to make. You can tell it how many bombs you want to drop per pass, and you can tell it how many passes you want it to make. I have it set for 6 bombs per pass and 6 passes. Now, the reason I've done this is I am looking at building a World War II server, and I would like to use the CZP with B-17s flying over, and B-17s, they drop more bombs. So I'm thinking about making it where a small formation flies in, and it makes one pass, but a lot of bombs. Yeah, that should have been the, I don't know, it might be making another circle. I'll have to look at this. think, I think pass 6 makes a final loop for some reason. And it should be bombing one more time. I'm not really 100% why it's doing that. But it gives the players a chance to know, hey, this thing just made a pass, and it's fixing to drop more bombs. Yep, it's dropping bombs. It'll fly out to this waypoint 6, and once it reaches there, it should immediately turn towards its exit point, which is randomized. I don't like planes creating and deleting over land. I may address that in the future, but for now, this plane just deleted. And that's it.